Hi, my name is Amy Mozzie, and I'm with Centurion Boats. Today I'm coming to you live from Ogden Valley, Utah, in the 2023 Centurion World Wake Surfing Championship. But that's not what's special about what's happening now. We are unveiling to you live the 2024 Centurion Ri265 Warrior Edition with the all-new Predator Power Tower. We are live, so please submit your comments, let us know what you're thinking, ask any questions you have, but first, let's watch the reveal. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the reveal, but this is the real thing. This is the all-new Predator Power Tower from Centurion by Roswell, and this thing is amazing. But why do we call it the Predator? Well, it's because it eats the competition's lunch. It lets you eat yours in shade. It is an amazing tower. To say that it is the apex predator of our industry is putting it lightly. The reason for its functionality is the fact that this is a 9-foot bimini. It's rigid, and it lowers and goes up parallel to the floor. So we can sit underneath it, lower the tower, which, Evan, you want to hit that button, and we can be shaded at any sun angle. That is the real power behind this particular tower. The other big piece of this is strength. The way this tower is built. This tower uses permanent cast molds. So it is not a sand-casted base and top joint. It's permanent cast. What does that mean? It means more strength, and it means precision, finish. They look exactly the same, every single casted piece that comes out of these molds. It makes this tower strong and beautiful to look at. Not to mention the chem film process that they use to treat the aluminum and then coat it with the marine coating, all at Roswell, all in the United States. This thing is American made, and that's the way we do it here because it matters to you. This is a strong tower, but it's also beautiful. It looks like it's made to go with the boat because it is. But let's talk a little bit to some of the people I have here with me. So I've got Shane Stillman, who's the VP of Engineering for Centurion Boats. I also have Derek Wilson, who's an engineer for Roswell Marine and the brains behind this particular project. We also have Keenan Flegel, who's one of our Centurion team athletes, and at the controls of the PPT, or as we call it, the Predator Power Tower, is Evan Stallone, who's a Centurion Boats marketing manager. Let's start with you, Shane. How did you come up with this idea?
This was quite a few years in the makings. Along with Derek's team at Roswell, we have a great partnership at Centurion with Roswell. We've grown together over the years, and we really wanted to elevate the next tower project. This tower, one of our first goals was obviously to have an American-made, made in the United States, so we can control the quality, we can control the castings, we can control the fit and finish on it. And our teams collaborated on it. Another function that we wanted is to be able to tow at any point when the tower's up, down, middle, 25%. Derek's actually designed meters on the side, so you have markings on it so you know where you're at.
To tow a surfer?
To tow a surfer or wakeboarder. We're based in California, so we get extreme days where it could be 110, 112 degrees. But we also like to boat on Lake Tahoe where there will be afternoon thunderstorms. So we can drop it down. Many areas in the country have those afternoon thunder showers or wind comes up or extreme heat. So that was part of the goals and to have it built with a partnership. So we had a lot of collaboration over the last couple of years on this design and development.
That's pretty amazing. But those are a lot of goals to stick into one project.
And working over the years with Roswell teams, we do set heavy goals. We do be realistic. We work together and brainstorm quite a bit. We'll visit each other's factories. We'll Zoom. We'll go back and forth meetings. So we want to set projects and goals that other people or companies are like, how did that even happen? And we exceed our own expectations with this project.
So Derek, knowing all of that, I know how close you and Shane are. I mean, you worked together for probably a decade, if not more.
I think we're at about 13 years.
Yeah, 13 years, yeah. So, I mean, knowing all of those goals and knowing that normally when Shane has his mindset on something, when the PD&E team at Centurion, sets forth with a vision, that's a lot to accomplish. What's your process? How did you get to that as far as this engineering marvel is concerned?
Well, step one is definitely take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Analyze all the, hopes and dreams of the Centurion team, and then just start biting away at it and sketching and thinking out loud. Lots of phone calls, communication. Super important to just have an open line of communication.
Right.
Being honest with each other, like, this is doable, this might not be.
Right.
Collaboration with Centurion's always been fantastic, and I think I speak on behalf of everyone at Roswell. Like, you were definitely one of our favorites to work with.
Right back at you. We always feel the same. Awesome. Is it with a project this size? I mean, how long did it take you?
We're just about 2 years to the day.
2 years.
Since I first presented an idea or concept to Shane that reflected the Predator Power Tower in a very basic sense.
It's incredible. So in that 2 years, I'm sure you had to break the project down and
Absolutely.
prioritize based on what were the biggest priorities from the Centurion side, what we needed,
yep.
and then break it down. What was probably the most important, or what was the first goal that you attacked?
Well, knowing that Shane wanted to maintain a parallel to the floor bimini throughout the folding motion of the tower, the first thing I focused on was actuators, finding the right actuators for the job, and then working outward from those.
Gotcha.
Working around them, making sure they would fit and implement into the design properly.
And they're linear actuators,
They sure
correct?
are, yes.
And there's 4 of them,
There's
2
4.
on each side?
Yeah, and they're working in opposite directions, which is what allows the unique folding function of the Predator Power Tower to come down and go up.
What is a linear actuator?
Basically, it's an actuator that extends and retracts in a linear fashion.
Right.
And these Linac actuators are actually smart actuators, so all 4 of them are communicating to each other simultaneously.
Got you. So they know where the other ones are.
They know where all of them are.
So it can't get out of whack.
It can't get out of whack.
And what are those actuators? What's their weight capacity or the stress that they can handle?
The ones we chose are 10,000 Newton actuators, so they can handle an enormous load.
What is 10,000 newtons, like in pounds?
It breaks down to about 2,600 pounds per actuator. Yeah.
Per actuator. That's amazing.
It is.
No, that's pretty cool.
Quite impressive.
Yeah, to me, that's the main function of this tower, is the fact that it can do that and raise and lower the bimini. We can all still sit comfortably underneath no matter what level it's at. But let's talk to Keenan.
Sure.
So Keenan, I can't even begin to guess how many hours you spend in a Centurion boat, specifically an Ri265.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely spend a ton of time in the driver's seat of these boats as well as behind them. And the thing that I'm looking forward to most about this new Predator tower is being able to lower that tower down when it starts raining or if it's just really sunny out. I'm always trying to hide from the sun, and living in Florida, we get a lot of pop-up rainstorms. So to be able to shield myself from all that will just be absolutely incredible. And another thing I'm really looking forward to about this tower is being able to leave the bimini up when I pull it out of the water and need to trailer my boat, because that's extra work. That's an extra step you have to take, and to not have to worry about the bimini driving down the road is going to be awesome. And also, a lot of times people in the boat will try to hang off the frame of the bimini, and it looks to me like this will be a lot more inclined to handle that kind of situation.
Yeah, it's pretty robust.
So yeah, this is an awesome design, and definitely excited to put it to use.
Absolutely. That's pretty cool. You brought up a really good point about the trailering. So when this is going down the highway on the trailer, you can also have the tower all the way lowered, all the way up, in between, and with the bimini and the canvas up, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the other thing that I really love about the tower, not that anybody asked me, but is the package that comes with it. And I mean, for us, obviously the Roswell Bombshell 2.0 racks, and now they can be colored, 18 different colors, including black. But you've also got these new single shell racks that are an option, and we can have a single surfboard on either side that's kind of perpendicular to the sun, which is nice, where it's not flat, sun beating on it all day, and those expensive boards. I mean, that can wear and tear. Yeah, and then
they can stay in the racks as you fold.
Right, which is cool. Yeah, you don't have to adjust anything. That's a really good point. I don't have to adjust bimini arms or racks in order for it to fold. And then the stereo systems, it comes standard with the Coverfire 2.0 from Roswell. This is the Warrior 2.0 by Wet Sounds here. But the stereo packages in this, I mean, there isn't one that's less than the other. It's just really a different look and how you want your sound. But that's another thing I appreciate about this is when you get the Predator Power Tower and specifically the Warrior Edition package on an RI, this is all included, which to me is part of the power of this tower, even though, it's really not. But hey, Evan, did you have a question from our audience, our live?
Thanks for everyone
audience?
who decided to interact with us on the live chat right now. I got a question from Mitchell in El Paso, Texas. I guess this one's for you, Shane. Can you tow a rider with the tower at any height?
Yeah, so we've worked with Roswell on that, and you're able to tow at any height from all the way down to midsection to all the way up. So even if it's raining or it's sunny or like for events and wakeboarding, you have kids that want to wakeboard, maybe they'll need the tower all the way up. So we've worked with Derek's team and created a system that will allow that.
That's really cool. I know that some of our event towboat drivers have already just said how much that means to them because they're driving all day for 3 days at Worlds, and to be able to lower the tower height and shade themselves, like Keenan said, to escape from the sun is a really big deal and still be able to pull riders. Yeah, to me, this tower is amazing in and of itself, but the fact that you can have that functionality to me is unmatched. But let's talk a little bit about the construction of the tower. So I talked about the permanent mold casting. And so permanent mold is just that, a mold that we invest tooling dollars to build.
Yep.
But every part, so the base here and then the top corner joints, correct me if I'm wrong, but they come out of the same mold.
They do, yeah. They're just machined a little bit differently to create a mount and a corner section.
Got you.
But they are from the same cast, out of the same mold. And a permanent mold is made out of a hardened steel as opposed to sand.
Got you. And so I noticed it because it's smooth. It really has the same finish as the extruded tubing and every other piece of the tower, which is cool. I wouldn't even have known it was casted.
Right. Yeah, the surface finish on it is definitely better than a sand cast.
I read that they kind of reserve this type of casting for precision parts, like engine parts, or they go into turbine because they have really tight tolerances.
Yeah, the consistency is way better than sand casting.
That's really cool.
Similar.
And then this water drop extruded tube is the same tubing that we use on the drop zone tower.
It sure is.
Just in a shorter section.
Yep.
So it's strong in and of itself. Yeah.
And exclusive to Centurion.
Right. Right. And it also gives it a really cool look, which I really like. Tell me a little bit about the chem film process.
So it's a similar process to anodizing, but different in that it provides superior saltwater corrosion protection to aluminum. So all of our parts that are aluminum, we chem dip them first prior to applying the marine grade coating.
Got you.
And the final result is incredible in terms of how corrosion resistant it actually is.
Right.
But to the end consumer, you look at it and you can't even tell that it's there. So
that's what I appreciate about it. I mean,
underlying feature.
Yeah, when it's brand new, it looks pristine, but years down the road, and we have other parts like our Bombshell 2.0 racks that have utilize the same process, correct? Parts that we've run on these towers for years, and they literally hold up for decades, without corrosion, which is huge.
Yeah, it's super important to us. So
Absolutely. Evan, you got any more questions?
Got one more question here from Daisy from Park City, Utah. She asks, what boat must I make my husband buy me to get this tower? I'm assuming, is this available on all Centurions or just certain models?
So the new Predator Power Tower is available exclusively on the RI series. So the Ri230, the Ri240, and the Ri265.
Right on. And actually, the towboat for this week's event, the World Championships, is an Ri230 with the Warrior package and the Predator Power Tower installed. So if you tune into our live cast of the event, which is going on tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, you'll get to see this thing in action all day long, which I think will be really fun. And it's also a beautiful boat. But yeah, RI series only. I want to talk a little bit about this particular package. So the Predator Power Tower is part of the new Warrior Edition package, which is also only available on RIs for 2024. But there are 33 other typically optional items that are part of the Warrior package. And that's what I think is so cool about this package. It's literally one click of a box, and you've got these 33 options, including the Predator Power Tower, the Bombshell 2.0 racks. You can choose between our 12 Warriors wet sound system or the Warrior 2.0 system as part of the Warrior package. You've also got this topo stitching, which is beautiful. And we've got some other signature elements like the Warrior floor from Gator Step that are all part of that package. But don't take my word for this. So I know we're sitting here, we're live feeding, you're seeing the reveal, you're going to get ready to see the Ri265 Warrior Edition reveal. But really, the best scenario would be if you're in the Ogden Valley area in Utah, come and visit us at Worlds. Like I said, we're going to be running the event as well as demos on these boats. If you're interested in buying a Centurion, come down and check them out. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'd love to see you. But if you're not in this area and you want to see a Predator Power Tower in person, they will be landing at a Centurion Boats dealer near you really soon. So contact your local Centurion Boats dealer and ask them, when are you getting your Predator Power Tower?
Watch out, here it comes. We can have a little